Welcome back, Arbor League, and today we're going to be showcasing a team that I made earlier this week, which is a variant of Dan Ottawa's team that he came out with yesterday that shows great minds think alike and can come up with similar or same team comps and is a very balanced, very consistent team, guaranteeing you ELO if you want to climb in Master League Premier Cup. So like and subscribe and turn notifications on if you enjoy this kind of content, and let's take a look at today's best Master League Premier Cup team. And the rating we have for today's team is AABA. As I said in my last video, it's the same team as before, just replacing Haxorus with Gyarados. We have togekiss on the lead once again with Charm, Aura Sphere, and Ancient Power. You can run it with Flamethrower according to PV Poke, as it does make the steel matches a bit better. Then we've got Gyarados with Dragon Tail, Crunch, and Aqua Tail, and Annihilape in the back once again with counter, should be Night Slash, and Shadow Ball. So you can run Dragon Breath on Gyarados. I just like Tail, and as I've said in my other videos, Tail was a legacy move a while back, so I've just never changed it. You don't really want to change moves that you've either Elite TM'd or acquired as legacy, so it is what it is. Gyarados is just very, very safe in this meta and in Open Masters, as you've seen before on this channel. It's a pseudo dragon that is not a dragon but has dragon type moves, and it does not take super effective from dragon types. Also, being that water type, it does resist the steel typing, only being that Metagross with Meteor Mash, so Gyarados is a wall to Metagross anyways. But in a 2-2 shield scenario, you will have to commit a shield if you do want to win that match, as Aqua Tail is neutral and Crunch is super effective, and you will outpace the Metagross either way, but they can make you burn a shield, as a non-stab dragon type moves are resisted. That's why you can run Waterfall if you're using it to counter steel safe swaps. It is better in fairy matchups, and it is super effective on Excadrill, so you can get the one shield farm down in that scenario without worrying about energy management. Because Annihilape is your hard counter to Excadrill, and Gyarados is your hard counter to Metagross. So for steel leads, if it's Excadrill, you swap Gyarados, and if it's Metagross, then you swap Annihilape. Although Waterfall does make the dragon matches a bit worse, and you only have Crunch to hit back for neutral. If you have Dragon Breath or a Tail, you can get unsuspecting dragons swapping in that you can win in the zeros or the ones. So what I do love about this team comp is how balanced it is. It is kind of an ABB team, but I'm calling it an ABC team. I mean, we are ABB weak to Steel and BAA weak to Fairy, but all three of our Pokemon can deal with dragons, fighters, and other fairy types. Just this Fairy Flying and Ghost Fighter typings can just deal with all or most of the meta. It is similar to Dan Ottawa's team, I realized the other day. He just has Florges and Dragonite instead with Annihilape. It does operate in a similar fashion. I'll leave a link to his video here. But I just like having that quote-unquote dragon type that doesn't take super effective damage back from dragons. And as I said before, you can run this team with Florges too. It is a good option instead of Togekiss. You don't really need the coverage moves like on the lead necessarily. Moonblast does hit back hard pretty good. So we've got a Core Breaker Primarina here as we continue the commentary and presentation. This team does counter the Dragon Double Steel line perfectly. Can counter Fairy Double Dragons as seen here. Steel Double Dragons if aligned perfectly. And if you run Florges, then you lose the flying typing from Togekiss and the ice weakness, and you can overcome Mamoswine teams a little bit better. So you see we're safe swapping Annihilape here onto the Metagross as we want to align it with Gyarados later on, and we bait out another dragon. So Togekiss would have been good here, but we've got Ice Punch to hit back for super effective damage. Goodra is pretty bulky, so they are able to take that only one times effective because it's not a flying type, and they do have that Thunder Punch to hit back on Gyarados. So that's why Goodra has risen up in the rankings, right? It's become more of a meta pick, one of the top picks actually, so just a low Metagross coming back in here with Gyarados, and as you can see, the Dragon Tails or Breaths are resisted, but we get to 2 Aqua Tails here. We can take one more Meteor Mash, but I don't want to get pretty low where I get farmed down, because we just need to secure these back-to-back Aqua Tails that hit back for neutral, one for the shield and one for the KO. So we'll be taking out the Metagross and we take that game. So hopping into the next one here, we've got Dragonite leads. I was pulling up Dragonite leads and Garchomp leads, but we've got a safe swap into the Rhyperior here, and because it's Mud Slap, we could have stayed in. As you saw earlier, there was a Rhyperior lead, so they can't hit back for anything really against togekiss. Maybe the Surfs if you have it, everything else resisted, and the Rock Wrecker takes a bit to get to, so they don't want to hit our fighter with rock, so that's why they're just going straight breaking, swipe lowering our attack. But we've got super effective ice punches to hit back on the Rhyperior, so we grab both of our shields. Actually, can we get to the third one? Just barely, but I think our counter went through, so I'm going to register it, so I'm going to shield just in case. We actually get the farm down and survive on just a few HP and grab both of their shields, ready to have an ice punch for that Dragonite. 4 times effective, but it's debuffed, so it doesn't do that much damage. We get farmed down, but we've got a hard counter in togekiss. And here we've got a shield on Exca. So I go for the 1 extra here because I know Exca wins CMP anyways. Rock Slide really hurts. That's why we have the 1 shield. So this Aqua Tail will barely KO Exca. I know it's pretty glassy, but with Waterfall it would have been better. But we've still got a shield for the Togekiss. We're going to let this go just because Excadrill is that glassy. We can charm it down and save a shield just in case. But we've got the Dragonite right where we want him. Gone. Hopping into the last match here, pulling up another Dragonite lead that we've been pulling out all day, but this trainer appears to be lagging, so we're gonna take this time to do a self-plug. Just don't forget to check out the Facebook group, guys, and the Discord server. We've got a couple places just to come hang out, stream, battle, get help with your battling tips, or just casually hang out. Got lots of memes for you. Gonna try and start some tournaments too if GBL isn't your thing. Take some breaks from ELO grinding or losing ELO. I've posted one already that a friend of the channel has started, our inmate. I'll leave a link to his RPS tournament as well, because we are at 480 subs, pushing for 500, so I really appreciate everyone making this channel and community what it is. If you are enjoying any activity on this video, is much appreciated. It helps push our videos to a wider audience, letting YouTube know that you like it, and so do we. Working towards some perks on this channel, so if we get them, you get them. More money means better content, so thank you everyone. Let's keep it going here. Getting those wins. This team was so much fun to run, as I have only gone up in ELO with this team. Honestly, it's very balanced, covers each other's weaknesses extremely well, and is a ton of fun to run. Nothing less than a 3-2 or 4-1 due to my errors or this game not working exactly as intended. So this game isn't always playable, but this team definitely is. If you've stayed to watch until the end of the video here, I just wanted to show everyone a treat for supporting the channel, giving me that watch time. We have another Quad A team, according to PV Poke, made of Florges, Goodra, and Annihilape. So because I don't have one, I am accepting Master League Goodra footage. So I'll showcase your battles in that video with credit, of course, and we will see how Goodra performs and see if Thunder Punch is making Goodra a Dragon type Mew. If you're enjoying the content, leave a comment and tell me what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on. It really helps me out, keeps me in the algorithm, and lets you know when I post, because there will be much more Pokemon Go content to come. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Thank you again, everyone, so much for watching. I've been ArborAndy. Keep your sticks on the ice, and I'll see you buds in the next one.